This is a quick and easy one-pot recipe. It'll be assembled and cooked in my 50-year-old MirroMatic. It's actually my take on a combination of two recipes. One of them by Joe of Southern Coastal Cooking. I'll put a link to his channel and his video in the description. And the other one is in the original owner's manual that came with the pressure cooker. I keep everything. I'm starting with 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken boobs. And I'm going to roughly quarter them. And refer to them as serving size pieces. Roughly so. Now I'm going to brown them in the pressure cooker in about that much bacon grease, about a tablespoon. Feel free to use something healthy if you want to. Now I can't fit quite all of them in there, so I'm doing them in 2 batches. I don't want to crowd them and wind up boiling the thing. I'm just doing this to get a nice brown on them and add a little flavor. Now while this is going on, I can prep the veggies. I'm using some carrots, some celery, some stray onions, and a bunch of Brussels sprouts because I have them and want to use them up. These are going to be cut into more or less fork-sized pieces. About like that. Of course, the carrots are already pork size. The onion, same way. It will be falling apart anyway, but I want pieces that have a little bit of size to them. Like about that. For the Brussels, I'm just cutting the stem end off and taking any wrinkly looking leaves, and I'll just throw them in whole. Now back over here with chicken browned, putting in a layer of roughly half of the veggies on the bottom. About so. Now I'm going to layer in the chicken. And the rest of the veggies on top. Now for herbs and spices. Granulated garlic, maybe a teaspoon, actually about a teaspoon of all of these. Oregano, some basil, little thyme, and some rosemary, maybe a heaping teaspoon of it. Now we need cooking liquids. The pressure cooker cookbook calls for 1.5 cups. I'm putting in a cup of chicken stock and about 1/2 cup of sherry. Do not ever use cooking sherry. This stuff is horrible. Any good cheap drinking sherry will do. And that's it. Cover it up. Bring it up to a boil and pressurize it. I'm going to set it to about 10 pounds. Once it's up to pressure and the control starts jiggling, thusly, ease the heat down to a medium-low, just enough to keep the control jiggling every once in a while. And we'll let it go for a half hour. Minutes are up. Time to cool it down in a real hurry. The house smells absolutely heavenly and I'm starving. Do not ever take the top off of the pressure cooker, or try to, while it's still under pressure. Because it would probably go right through your ceiling. Underwater, they cool down pretty quickly. And ease the top off. Take a look inside. Looks very interesting. Do a quick taste. Oh, this is good. Needs salt though. I can't understand why. It might have something to do with the fact that I didn't put any in there to start with. About that much. Now I'll stir that all in. Back on the stove. After taking everything out, the cooking broth is so good. I'm adding a little cornstarch slurry to it to make a gravy out of it. Just have to heat it up a little. Bring it back up to a boil and it'll thicken all by itself. Serve it up with a little jasmine rice and a little Chardonnay, about that much, and throw some of this gravy on. And it's time for piggery. That's how tender this chicken is. Just falls apart. Still juicy. Absolutely delicious. The veggies are a little overdone, but still very tasty. I figured they would be, but I wanted to follow the recipe first and make sure. The next time, and there will be a next time, I will add the veggies about 15 minutes into it, so they only actually get cooked for 15 minutes. Meanwhile, do excuse me, I'm committing piggery. Cheers.